Screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in the previous class, we discussed about introduction to the subject. We discussed about the syllabus, what will be there in the syllabus, what we are going to learn in this particular subject. The name of the subject is design of bridges. So in the previous class, we discussed the definition of the bridge and some of the classifications of the bridges. Okay. In today's class, we will discuss uh, what are the loadings that are applied on the bridges. Okay. So basically, it is known as IRC loading. IRC loading. The full form of IRC is Indian Road Congress. Indian Road Congress. Okay. So in case of normal structure, in case of building, you see, you have the UDL and UVL live load, etc. But in case of bridges, you have to take loading from the code. When you want to design the bridge, the coding has to be from the code. And the name of that code is IRC 6 2017. So whatever loading that we will apply on the bridges, we shall take loading from this code. So all of you must have this code. Even in the exam, you have to refer this code. Okay, you have to take this code and refer the loading. So they will ask you design the bridge by this loading. So you don't know the details of the loading. So what you will do, you will refer IRC6 and get the details of the loading, and you will analyze the bridge. Okay. So what are the different types of loading? First, we will discuss about that. We have IRC, IRC class double A loading, IRC class double A loading. Okay. Then we have IRC 70R loading, 70R loading. After that, we have IRC class A loading. Okay. And after that, we have IRC class B loading. So these are the four types of load that we need to discuss. It is there in our syllabus. We also have special loading, but that is not there in our syllabus. So we will not discuss. So these are the four types of load that we are going to apply on the bridges. Okay. So in IRC class double A, you have IRC class double A tracked vehicle, and you also have IRC class double A loading wheeled vehicle. Both are different. Again, IRC class AA loading is divided into IRC class AA tracked vehicle, IRC class AA wheeled vehicle. Even 70R is again divided into tracked vehicle, tracked vehicle, and wheeled vehicle, wheeled vehicle. Whereas the IRC class A loading is only wheeled vehicle. You don't have two types of class A loading. Wheeled vehicle, and even the class B is wheeled vehicle. I will tell you the difference between tracked vehicle and wheeled vehicle. Okay, so try to understand that IRC class AA is having two types of loading, that is tracked vehicle and wheeled vehicle. IRC 70R loading is again divided into two types, tracked vehicle and wheeled vehicle. IRC class A loading is only having one type, that is wheeled loading, and IRC class B loading, again it is having one type, that is wheeled loading, wheeled. Okay, so first we will discuss about IRC class, IRC class IRC class double A tracked vehicle. Tracked vehicle. Okay. Okay. Are you following the lecture, Hasib Abdullah? Any
Yes,
doubt
sir.
up to this?
Yes, sir.
No,
Yes, sir.
sir.
You have any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir. Clear.
Okay. Okay. So in the tracked vehicle, you see the name is tracked. The name is tracked. Okay. So where you will get the track? Can anyone tell me? ट्रैक आपको कौन से व्हीकल
मिलिट्री
में
गाड़ी
मिलेगा?
वगैरह,
किसमें?
मिलिट्री गाड़ी या ट्रेन जो रहते हो।
नहीं नहीं, वो ट्रैक नहीं। ट्रैक मतलब जैसे आर्मी टैंक होता है, उसमें व्हील
हाँ,
भी
वो
होता है, पर
मिलिट्री
व्हील,
गाड़ी।
हाँ, व्हील के नीचे होता है, ट्रैक होता है। ओके, सो दिस लोडिंग इज सिमुलेटिंग, इट इज सिमुलेटिंग, इट इज सिमुलेटिंग an army truck and army truck. Okay, the weight of this loading is, the weight is, the weight of this loading is 700 kilonewton. That is the total load. It's 70 ton. Okay. So basically, what is the idea? Idea is that tracked vehicle is just simulating. It is equal to an army truck. How the army truck is, that type of loading we will apply on the bridge. Okay. The total load of that truck, army truck or tracked vehicle is 700 kilonewton. So this much of the load we will apply on the bridge to design the bridge. Okay. So I will show you how it is, the diagram. It is like this. This is the army truck that I'm drawing. Okay. It is like this. So here you have the body of the army truck. Okay. Then you have track like this. Track is like this. And in the track, you have the wheel. Am I right? Have you seen army truck?
Yes, sir.
So these are the wheel that is there in the track. Okay. Now we need to have the dimension. See, when you look from the side, it will be like this. But when you look this side, you will going to see two tracks. Am I right? How many tracks will be there in the army truck?
Two tracks, sir.
Two tracks.
Point eight.
Two tracks will be there. Okay. Okay. If you see from this side, you will able to see two tracks. But if you see from the side of the vehicle, you will able to see this picture. So first we will understand the dimension of this picture. Okay. So the total length of the track is 7200. You don't have to remember the dimension. It is in the IRC 6. So IRC 6 is allowed in the exam. So you can refer IRC 6 and you can get these dimensions. Okay. This is known as contact length. Can anyone tell me what is contact length? This much of the length is in contact with the surface. Okay, am I okay? This much length of the track is in contact with the surface. Okay, so this length is 3600 mm. So we have gotten the total length of the track. Okay, we have also gotten the contact length of the track. So in case of class AA tracked vehicle, the contact length is 3.6 meter, 3600 mm, and the total length is 7200 mm. Okay, but when you see from the side, you will able to see two tracks. It will be like this. It will be like this. This is one track. Okay, and this is another track. It will be like this, and this is the body of the truck, body of the army truck. Okay, the weight of this track. What will be the weight of this track? What is total weight? Total weight is 700 kilonewton. Okay, so the
350.
total weight is divided amongst those two tracks. Am I right? Total weight is divided amongst those two tracks. So the weight of this track is 350 kilonewton, and the weight of this track is 350 kilonewton. Okay. Now the dimension, the width of the track, which is very important. The width of the track is, okay, I have not written here. Let me refer
Point
IRC.
eight. Point eight.
No, it is not zero point 0.8. So you have to refer IRC 6 page number. I will give you the page number. You can note it down. Page IRC 6 2017, page number 86, to refer class AA loading. Okay, width of that is 0.85. 0.85. This is also 0.85. And what about this? What about this? This
1.2.
is 1.2 meter. 1.2 meter. And the total width of the track is, total width is, can anyone tell me what is total width? What will be the total width? 0.85, 0.85 plus 1.2.
2.9.
Hmm?
2.9. 2.9.
2.9. Okay. 2.9. Okay. 2.9. Okay. 2.9. So this is the dimensions, of the class AA tracked vehicle. Okay. It is simulating an army truck. Am I clear? Am I clear about this? Am I clear about
Yes, sir.
IRC class AA tracked vehicle? Okay. Now we will discuss IRC class AA wheeled vehicle. IRC class AA wheeled vehicle. Wheeled vehicle. Okay, so this vehicle, the name just that it is having wheels. It is not having tracks. So there are wheels in the truck. It is simulating an army truck. Okay, so the tracked vehicle was simulating army tank, and the wheeled vehicle is simulating an army truck. Okay, so the loading is like this. If this is the cross section of the bridge, if this is the cross section of the bridge, you are understanding the bridge. What is this? This is carriageway. Carriageway. We will understand the dimensions of the bridge in the next class. Okay. This is carriageway, and wheels put like this. This is one wheel. This is another wheel. This is another wheel, and this is another wheel. It is put like this. Okay. So the load of this is 37.5 kilonewton. The load of this is 62.5. This is also 62.5, and this is 37.5 kilonewton. Okay. So when you see the loading from the cross section, it will look like this. In which direction it is going? Can anyone tell me?
Y negative Y direction.
in this direction, okay, in the y direction. If you see from the top view, see this is the wheeled vehicle, class AA wheeled vehicle. It will look like this when you see the cross section of each. But when you see from the top, it will be like this. When you see from the plan of this, it will be like this. There will be two vehicle, two wheels. See, 37.5 is the axle load. Okay, so this is how it will look. Here also there are two wheels. There are two wheels. Okay. Here also there are two wheels. And here also there are two wheels. Last one, there are two wheels. Okay. So they have given the dimension. The width of this wheel is 300. Okay. The center to center distance between this wheel is 1.2, 1200 mm. Okay. This is 300. This is 300. This is 300. Distance between this wheel is 700. Okay. This is also 300 and this is also 300. Okay. So the direction of the vehicle is like this. This is the direction of the vehicle. If you see from the plan, and this is the contact uh, length of the tire. This is difficult to understand, but if you just ponder, you will able to understand this. देखो डायरेक्शन कौन से डायरेक्शन में जा रहा है ये? अगर आप प्लान देखोगे तो ऊपर की तरफ जा रहा है ना, है ना? हसीब
Yes, sir.
ऊपर की तरफ जा रहा है ना?
हाँ सर।
तो ये ट्रक में कितने टायर है? कितने टायर है ये ट्रक में?
8 टायर्स।
8 टायर्स होता है ऐसा? एक तरफ 4 टायर एक लाइन में, कभी देखा है ऐसा ट्रक?
होते हैं सर, बहुत टाइप के होते हैं।
एक लाइन में से 4 टायर देखा है कभी? 4 अलग अलग टायर एक लाइन में?
पता नहीं सर।
नहीं देखा ना? क्या देखा है अब्दुल्ला?
नहीं नहीं।
देखो आपने डायरेक्शन समझा कैसे जा रहा व्हीकल?
होते हैं सर एविकल में।
हाँ देखो, मैं ये बताने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, ऐसे ट्रक का आपको बहुत ही कम मिलेंगे जिसके एक साइड में 4 व्हील्स हो। तो बताने का मकसद ये है, दिस इज हाइपोथेटिकल लोड, दिस इज नॉट द एक्चुअल लोड ऑफ द ट्रक, इट इज हाइपोथेटिकल लोड ओनली यूज टू डिजाइन द ब्रिज। ये लोड हम ब्रिज डिजाइन करने के लिए यूज करते हैं, ऐसे ट्रक का लोड एक्चुअली ऐसा नहीं होता। ठीक है, आया बात समझ में? दिस इज हाइपोथेटिकल लोड एंड डिस्टेंस बिटवीन दिस एंड दिस इज 1050. I have drawn the wheel like this. This is my wheel, okay, and this is what I have drawn. What is this?
सरफेस
See,
सरफेस को जो टच
if you if you see the wheel, so this much length will be in the contact with the surface. This much length. So that is what I'm showing you. So this much length. This is the wheel, and this is the road that you have. So how much length is in contact with the surface? So this much length is in contact with the surface. That is what I am showing here. That much length is, this is 150 mm, okay? in this is 150 mm. So 150 is in contact with the surface. Understanding what I'm teaching?
Yes, sir.
You don't have to see, you don't have to remember the loading, you don't have to remember the dimensions. Everything is given in IRC 6. So from the next class, you have those codes. Take the printout of those codes. Okay, I will also give the names of other codes. You can also take the printout of that code. Because in every class, we need to refer to these codings. Okay, so we have discussed IRC class AA wheeled vehicle. Okay, now we will discuss IRC class 70R loading. 70R loading. Okay, again 70R loading is having two types. IRC class 70R tracked vehicle, tracked vehicle. Okay, then you have IRC class 70R wheeled vehicle. Wheeled vehicle. Okay, so in this particular class, we will discuss about tracked vehicle. We will not discuss about the wheeled vehicle. That is very complex. If time permits, we will discuss that in the future class. Okay, and the question is not asked in the exam with respect to 70R wheeled vehicle. Okay, and if time permits, in the future, we will discuss about the wheeled vehicle, how to consider the wheeled vehicle loading. So as of now, we will discuss IRC class 70R tracked vehicle. Okay. So tracked vehicle, the total load. Okay. IRC class 70R tracked vehicle. Tracked vehicle. Okay. So this vehicle, this tracked vehicle, the total load is 700 kilonewton. It is similar to IRC class AA tracked vehicle. Am I right? What is the total load of IRC class AA tracked vehicle? 700 kilonewton. And the same load is given to IRC 70R tracked vehicle. So the loading is same. Okay. So it is very similar to, this loading is very similar to IRC class AA tracked vehicle. It is very similar. Only thing that is that except the dimensions are different. Dimension is different. Okay, I will tell you about that. See, here you see, it is very similar. It is very similar to this loading. Okay, the load is 700 kilonewton. The only difference that we have, the total length of the vehicle is 7.92. Okay, total length of the vehicle is 7.92. In which loading? In 70R. In class AA, what is the total length? Total length is 7.2 meter. In 70R, it is 7.92. The contact length is also different. The contact, yeah, I will just copy this because you will get confused. And I will take that into, sorry. Okay. So this is what we have. The total load in 70R is 7.92. And the contact length is 4.57 meter. Okay, it is very similar to class AA loading, but only thing is different is that the dimensions are different. Even the side view is also different. The shape is same. The shape is same, but it is different. Okay, I will show you. This is the track that you will get to see from this side. There are two tracks. Then you have this body. Okay. So the width of this track is 0.84 and this is 0.84. Distance between them is this is 1.22 meter. Okay, and the weight of this stack is 350 kilonewton. The weight of this stack is 350 kilonewton. Okay, you got this? You got the loading? Hello class, you got the loading? How the loading?
Yes,
How it is
sir.
different from how it is different from class AA tracked vehicle? You got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next loading we have IRC class A loading. IRC class A loading. Okay. So in this loading, we don't have tracked vehicle, wheeled vehicle. There are only wheels. So we can say that it is having wheeled vehicle. This loading is having wheeled vehicle. Okay. So I will give you the what is there in this loading. IRC class A type loading consists of wheel load. It consists of a wheel load. Wheel load train comprising a truck with trailer. एक मिनट मैं आया 1 मिनट 5 मिनट दो मुझे प्लीज हेलो हेलो
Okay, sir.
हर्षित
No problem.
हाँ 5 मिनट दे रहा हूँ सिर्फ मैं आता हूँ Okay, I'm back. Are you there, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what we were discussing about IRC Class A type loading. So, it consists of wheel load train comprising a truck with trailers. So, there are, many wheels in IRC Class A loading. It consists of, it consists of eight axle load. It consists of eight axle load from minimum 27 kilonewton to maximum of 114 kilonewton. From minimum 27 kilonewton to a maximum of 114 kilonewton. Okay. The total load of this is the total load. The total load is 554 kilonewton. Okay. And it is recommended. This type of loading is recommended for all roads on which permanent bridges and culverts are constructed. Okay. So we will see this type of loading. I will write here this load is recommended for all roads on which permanent bridges and culverts are constructed. Permanent bridges and culverts are constructed. Okay. Can you tell me the difference between bridge and the culverts? Can you tell me what's the difference between bridge and a culvert? Asif,
No, sir.
Abdullah, what's the difference between culvert and a bridge? Abdullah, you know? Okay, so you see, when the span of the bridge is 6 meter or less than 6 meter, that type of bridge is called as culvert. It is the smaller bridge. It is just like a bridge, but the span is 6 meter or less than 6 meter. Okay, that is known as culvert. Okay, we will discuss. We'll see the diagram of IRC class A loading. IRC class A loading. So it is just like a truck. I'll show you. Okay, so this is how the loading will be. I will show you. Here you have the wheel axle, sorry, not wheel axle. This load is 27 kilonewton. This is also 27 kilonewton. And distance between them is 1100 mm. Here also you have the wheel. This load is 114 kilonewton. This is also 114 kilonewton. And this distance is 3200. This is 1200. This is 4300 mm. And this is 68. This is 68. This is also 68. 68 kilonewton. And this is also 68 kilonewton. Okay. 3000. This distance is 3000 mm. And this is also 3000 mm. Okay. You got the difference? So it
Yes, sir.
consists of, it consists of n number of n number of axle load, and the loading is different. See, this is axle load.